Imagine watching a brand new Marvel movie expecting some classic superhero action and finding out that Black Panther's son is a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes. Yep, that just happened. His name? Katima. And now, the internet is losing its mind. The movie series in question is called Marvel Knights: The World to Come. It's a futuristic storyline that shows us an older, seasoned T'Challa, aka Black Panther, now facing a very personal challenge. His own son, Katima, steps forward and challenges him for the throne of Wakanda. That's already intense, but what shocked fans wasn't just the father-son showdown, it was Katima's appearance. Unlike T'Challa, who represents African royalty and heritage, Katima looks, well, like he walked off a surfboard in California. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, not exactly the image that comes to mind when you think Wakandan prince. Enter the internet, enter the memes, and most importantly, enter Ryan Gosling. If you've been online in the past few years, you've probably seen the meme. Ryan Gosling, known for movies like The Notebook, La La Land, Drive, Blade Runner 2049, and Barbie, dressed up as Black Panther. The meme was never meant to be serious. It was born from internet satire, mocking Hollywood's past tendencies of casting white actors in roles where they didn't belong. It was funny because it was absurd. Imagine Gosling with his soft-spoken charm and classic leading man energy trying to say Wakanda forever with a straight face. That's what made it so viral. It wasn't meant to happen. Until now. With Katima looking like a literal Ryan Gosling clone, fans were quick to connect the dots. Social media exploded. People started tweeting things like, "The prophecy has been fulfilled," and "We now live in a world where Ryan Gosling could actually be Black Panther." Some fans are loving the joke, others are confused, and a few are genuinely curious. Was this intentional? Did Marvel do this to mess with us? Or are we just all part of the biggest internet crossover of all time? But here's where it gets even weirder, in a good way. Some fans have gone full detective mode, tracing how this meme even began. Apparently, the original meme came from a fan-made mock-up in a Photoshop thread years ago. It was just a gag. Someone pasted Gosling's face over Black Panther's suit as a joke about whitewashing in Hollywood. The internet did what it always does, and suddenly the image went viral. It started popping up in meme pages, Reddit threads, reaction videos, even Facebook aunt posts. It became a symbol, not just of absurd casting ideas, but of how internet humor pushes boundaries. And now, that same meme is being compared to a real Marvel character. It's like we've gone full circle. What's also fascinating is how this speaks to fandom power. Think about it. A silly image joke years ago somehow influenced how people are reacting to an actual comic storyline. It shows that fan culture isn't just about watching or reading, it's about remixing, imagining, and reshaping what we see. There are even fan artists now seriously designing what a Ryan Gosling Black Panther could look like. Some are going all in, vibranium suits with neon blue accents, custom helmets with a slicker aesthetic, even fake movie posters that look so real you'd think Marvel released them. The creativity is off the charts. Some of them are hilarious. Others are oddly high quality, but the message is clear. People are invested. This joke is turning into a mini movement. Even beyond the meme, it's sparking deeper conversations. People are debating representation in comics, the importance of cultural authenticity, and how far stories should stretch to entertain or provoke. And at the center of it all, a Hollywood heartthrob who probably has no idea this is happening. And honestly, that's the beauty of it. Pop culture is no longer one-directional. It's not just about what studios give us. It's about how we take those stories and remix them, meme them, and breathe new life into them in totally unexpected ways. Here's where it gets interesting. In the comic, Katima is the child of T'Challa and a woman named Monica Lynn. For comic book fans, that name rings a bell. Monica was T'Challa's love interest in past storylines. But still, that doesn't fully explain Katima's looks. So, the fan theories started rolling in. Is Katima from an alternate timeline? Maybe a clone? A genetic experiment gone wrong? Or right, depending on how you see it. Could this be another multiverse twist like we saw in Doctor Strange and Spider-Man? No Way Home? Marvel hasn't confirmed anything yet, but that hasn't stopped people from speculating. And let's face it, Marvel loves a good mystery. They've built entire franchises around hidden origins, surprise identities, and jaw-dropping twists. Why should this be any different? Meanwhile, back on social media, fans are having a field day. One person wrote, "Cast Ryan Gosling immediately. I don't care if it makes sense or not." Another joked, "All those years of memeing paid off." Now, to be clear, there's been no announcement that Ryan Gosling is joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As of now, it's still just a meme. But it's one of those memes that's grown a life of its own, one that people want to see come true, even if just for the chaos. Let's take a minute to talk about Gosling himself. He's not just a meme guy, he's one of the most versatile actors in Hollywood. He can do romance, action, sci-fiction, comedy, and music. And in Barbie, he turned a plastic doll into a cultural icon. The man's got range. He's also worked with Disney before, which owns Marvel. So technically, it's not impossible. And let's be honest, if Gosling showed up in the MCU tomorrow, would anyone really complain? He's got the fan base, he's got the charisma, and now he's got a meme-based fan campaign behind him. But back to Katima. In the comic, he doesn't just show up and say, "Hey dad." Number he challenges T'Challa in ritual combat, the same sacred fight we saw in the first Black Panther movie, and wins. That means Katima earns the right to become the new Black Panther. He puts on the suit, he leads Wakanda, and that's where things get even crazier. A blonde, blue-eyed man leading Wakanda? It's not just a shock to fans, it's a huge shift in the story's core themes: identity, heritage, and legacy. Wakanda is all about tradition, culture, and passing down the mantle from one generation to the next. That's why T'Challa becoming Black Panther was so powerful. It was rooted in history, in pride, in representation. So for Marvel to introduce Katima as a white heir to that legacy, that's not a small move. That's a huge narrative decision. Some fans see it as bold storytelling, others see it as confusing or even controversial. But whether you love it or hate it, one thing is clear. Marvel knew exactly what they were doing. They knew it would spark discussion, they knew the memes would come, and they probably knew someone out there would scream, "It's Ryan Gosling." It's moments like these that remind us how powerful internet culture is. A meme that started as a joke is now being tied to real comic book canon. Fan theories, tweets, and edits are shaping the way people experience pop culture. It's not just about the story Marvel tells, it's about the story we build around it. Think about it. Just a few years ago, nobody would have believed that a dancing baby, Groot, a talking raccoon, or 3 different Spider-Men meeting in one movie could be mainstream. But here we are. So maybe the idea of Ryan Gosling as the white Black Panther isn't so crazy after all. Maybe it's just the next step in Marvel's wild, ever-expanding multiverse. Will we see Katima on the big screen someday? Maybe. Will it be Ryan Gosling? Who knows? But the fact that we're even asking these questions proves just how much pop culture and internet humor have become one and the same. So what can we expect next? Fan art? For sure. Fan trailers? Already in the works. A secret Marvel teaser at the end of a movie where a mysterious White Panther steps out of the shadows. Never say never. Whether this ends up being a deep storyline or just a bizarre detour in comic history, it's one we'll remember, because it brought together comic fans, movie lovers, meme creators, and internet jokers in a moment of pure chaotic fun. So next time you scroll past a random meme, think twice. In the Marvel universe, nothing is off the table. Not clones, not time travel, not multiverse madness, and definitely not Ryan Gosling in a vibranium suit.